Now, I'm going to go straight into a tactical analysis. But before I go into that, I want to give you a breakdown of the Benin Republic team that played against Nigeria. The goalkeeper is Danjinu. Danjinu is the one of the goalkeeper. He plays for in Division 2 in South Africa. He's a goalkeeper in Division 2 South Africa. I'm just giving you so you can have an idea of the team that Nigeria played against. Their right back is Rahman Mumini. Rahman Mumini is an home-based player. He played in the Benin Republic League. He played in the Benin Republic League. So the left back is called what? Taminu Oru. Taminu Oru plays for Division 2, a club called Atta, Division 2 in UAE. A club called Atta, Division 2 in UAE. So I've counted 3 players now. None of them are playing first division football. Okay, let's move on. In the defense, they have at least a player that plays in the Swiss league. That's called Mohamed Tijani. He scored against Nigeria. He plays in the Swiss league. He scored against Nigeria. So that's Mohamed Tijani in their defense. But what surprised me is that his defensive partner, Roshi is actually his defensive partner. He plays in Romanian League Division 2. He plays in Romanian League Division 2. He plays in the Romanian League Division 2. And he's not even a first team player. Pay attention, please. So he plays in the Romanian League Division 2. It's not even a starter. It's always on the bench in Romanian League Division 2. Okay, let's move on. In the midfield, they have Hassan, Imran and Hassan. Al-Hassan plays in the Egyptian League. No, he has moved from the Egyptian League. He now plays in the Benin Republic League. So he's an home-based player. He plays in the Benin Republic League. The team he plays for is called Chalan. It's not even a top team in Benin Republic League. So they have Amelda. I think Amelda plays in Cyprus. He plays in Cyprus, Division 1 in Cyprus. And, he's a starter, in that division, in Cyprus League. He's a player in Cyprus League. I'm moving forward now. Olaiton plays for Division 2 in France. Doku, and that wearing number 19 jersey that day, played in Egyptian League for Samoa. I'm just giving you a breakdown of the team we played against. Up front, Tosin Ayegun too played for 2nd division in France, just like Junior Lighton. Why up front they have Steven Monet, that one plays in Bundesliga. So if you look at this thing, only 2 players play in the 1st division for them. Even those 2 players cannot even be in our top 50. Opinion. They have a defender that plays in the Swiss league. I saw them, they lost 1-5 to Basel. It was all over the place. And Steve Mooney too, he plays for Augsburg. We know him very well from his days in Cardiff City. Plays for Augsburg in the what's it called? In the German Bundesliga. So those that also came on, Atunji came on from Burnley. He's a bench warmer in Burnley. Why Adeu came on, he plays in second division in France. Yeah, Laval is always on the bench, 2nd division in France. So just to give you the team that Nigeria played against. So the guy that marked Ademola Lookman, I'm going to show you something today. He's an under 20 player from Benin Republic. He plays in the under 20 championship. Under 20 player from Benin Republic. So he plays for Yaima FC. Let me just try and get the name properly. So, Momone is called Rashid Momone. He plays for Yaima FC in the Benin Republic League. Just to give you an example of, give you the team that we played against. Now, I want to move on to the tactical analysis of that game. What I saw, what I think I go and try to do and what I think actually what got wrong. I'm going to also compare this game to the previous game that Guavanchli was coached Nigeria in this qualifier. It's now left for you to judge. Maybe the team is moving forward under this coach, or the team is what is going backwards. So this is the first slide I'm going to show you now. This is the first slide I'm going to show you now. This is just after the first minute. The plan of Gennett Raw was clear in this first minute. You can see they threw after the first minute, after just 14 seconds, they threw a long ball. Can you see? It was 1 versus 3. They knew that we were very lean team in our midfield. They tried to overpower the midfield straight away. Straight away, we already 4 at the back, but this attack did not actually materialize. But right from the first minute, we knew that Benin Republic team looked at our midfield. They want to get on that midfield and put pressure on our defense. So that was the plan. So we too also have our own plan. The Austin Eguavoen plan in this game was to get the ball to Lookman and Bruno Yemechi, and to cross the ball early into the box for Victor Osimhen. You can see this slide as early as the 2nd minute of the game. Bruno Yemechi was just trying to find Victor Osimhen all through, and that was the story of our first half. Victor Osimhen, trying to get the long ball to the wide area, especially on the left-hand side, and get the ball to Victor James Osimhen. And that was the story of that was the story of the day, I can tell you. So, this ball came into Victor Osimhen, but, clearly the Benin Republic actually they took care of that ball. The same thing too. And you see, this was another ball too to Victor Osimhen. But, what surprised me in this game was this, in this part was this. Victor Osimhen and Iheanacho, they were going for the same ball. In fact, Iheanacho had a miskick on this ball. But even if Iheanacho did not miskick this ball, he's going to strike the ball and hit Victor Osimhen. So I was so surprised the way the setup was. Victor Osimhen, there was no coordination in that attack. You can see clearly they were going for the same ball. There was no even communication between the two of them. That, leave it for me. There was no communication, nothing. Going for the same ball. Iheanacho went for it. Osimhen went for it. At the end of the day, two of them miskicked the ball. But in public, that's as early as what? As early as the 2nd minute. So, I told you earlier that Eguavoen game plan was to get the ball to Bruno Yemechi and Lookman and cross the ball in early for Victor Osimhen. So, another game plan from Eguavoen was that he also wanted Iheanacho to drift into the midfield and see maybe he could get those long balls to Victor Osimhen. This was another example in the 3rd minute. You can see Iheanacho, but it was too late. Victor Osimhen was too early to bridge that offside gap, or Iheanacho was too late. But you can see clearly here that it was Iheanacho that was actually too late to actually pass that ball, and it was actually offside. It was too late. So that was the plan. The plan was Iheanacho to drift in, try and get a very slow Benin Republic defense off guard, and also for Bruno Yemechi to cross the ball early to Victor Osimhen. So the game yesterday was centered on Victor Osimhen. How Victor Osimhen could perform well. But I'm going to go to my summary. So this is another one again. 2-1. They were marking Lookman straight away. So it was for Lookman to get the ball. Lookman to get the ball to Bruno. Then Bruno crossed the ball. So this was our first major opportunity of the game. You can see that, and that's why I was, a lot of people that criticize Alex Iwobi, in my opinion. Guys, please, those on Instagram, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to off it on Instagram. Go on YouTube, please. Go on YouTube at Gan Football 2. Go on YouTube. Please go on YouTube. I'm going to leave it on Instagram. I'm going to just go on YouTube so that post the link, you can get it. Please go on YouTube. So For me, I think Iwobi should be scoring this ball, but the ball just came under his leg and he couldn't actually find the back of the net. So, but for me, in a very crucial game like this, that that you don't get too much opportunities, you'll be looking for a way to actually to score. But unfortunately, he actually missed kicked this ball, was trying to do a back kill, but things didn't actually work well. So you can see, I told you earlier about Iheanacho trying to drift into the midfield and find Victor Osimhen. Another example of that is this. Can you see? You saw Victor. Everything was about Victor Osimhen to score. Everything was about Victor Osimhen to score. You can see Iheanacho too. He drifted into the midfield. I put that red line. That was the ball Iheanacho played to Victor Osimhen. But the blue line you see there is another option that Iheanacho could afford to just exploit. Because if Iheanacho could play that ball to Lookman and Bruno, it's now 2-1 for them. It might be even more dangerous for him to play that blue pass than to play the red one. But they played the red one, and it was too much for Victor Osimhen, and the goalkeeper actually came for it. So this was the story of Nigeria trying to get the ball to Iheanacho, to play that long ball to Victor Osimhen. I think he was thinking that, okay, Iheanacho is going to be the creativity in that area. So, and and you can see that. So now, I want to move on to the Benin Republic threats now. What I said against Rwanda, what I said against Benin Republic is here again. I said that a simple ball, just one simple ball, beats us in our midfield. That was what you actually saw there. Just a simple ball from the defense line. You can see Ididi and this guy and Wobi, nowhere to be found. You can see, the attack thought with this, and I can show you the next slide. The next slide was this. This was the next slide. The guy crossed the ball into that blue circle, that blue square. Iwobi already lost his marker. The guy kicked the air. That would have been the first goal for Benin Republic. This wasn't the first time that this situation happened under Osine Guavon. It wasn't the first time. And I'm going to show you that same thing again. Losing markers, a deep runner. I'm going to show you that now. So I want to show you that happened against Rwanda. I'm going to show you that. So I think that you can see. You can see. This happened. So it's not a player thing. It's not a player thing. The gap. Our midfielders normally lose markers. This game was against Rwanda in Kigali. This game was against Rwanda in Kigali. You can see that guy. Nobody was marking the guy. Our midfielders were just nowhere to be found. So sometimes a lot of people blame the players. This is Dele Bashiru and Ndidi in the midfield today against Rwanda. The midfield yesterday was Alex Iwobi and Ndidi. So the same players, the same mistake. Different players, the same mistake. So when people blame players, is the way the coach set them up. The same mistake, different players. So who are we going to blame for this one? The same thing. It kept on happening. So this thing, I will show different slides. Showed you. I'm going to show you another one again. I'm going to show you another one that just a simple ball. You can see this. I'm going to show you so many similarities. I'm going to show you now very soon. So let me just continue. I want to show you one before I leave this part. There was one that really annoyed me against this thing. Another. I want to show you something so that you can know that it's just about us getting it right. So it's about us. Yeah, this, can you see? This is what I'm talking about again. You can see this thing, this clip. It happened again against this thing. What I'm trying to say is that you don't get beaten easily like that. You know, it's going to give pressure. A simple pass. Can you see? Dele Bashiru, nowhere to be found. And I'm going to show you, this was against Rwanda in Kigali. Dele Bashiru, a simple pass. Dele Bashiru, nowhere to be found. Just a simple pass. Then the guy is already what? Facing our defense line. Another problem again. So I'm going to show you the same thing. That also was, no, I've missed this flight. Can you see this one? The same situation. A simple pass, our midfielders flat. Flat. The same pass. They're facing our defense one-on-one. Just a simple pass. Flat. That is what we're talking about. It's not about the players now. It's about how they set them up. So I'm going to move on. So that was what happened. So this is the goal that we considered. So indeed, it was the one marking the guy that went to go and receive the ball. But it was a very small, very loose marking. You know, I just expect you to challenge this ball more. You know, you can see that guy I put in red was the guy that scored the goal. It was marked properly with Alex Iwobi, but what can you see there? The movement just turned into what goal, which I don't want to go into. All of you actually saw that Iwobi was really what at fault in that goal. It wasn't actually what monitoring his marker. But this goal, oh my days, I think Stanley Wabali is giving me Uzor vibes now. Because this goal, I think Wabali should have saved this. Maybe it wasn't the right mental state. May God bless his soul. I learned that he actually lost his father. Maybe probably a lot of things actually would affected him too. But the Wabali I know should be saving this ball. Should be saving this ball. So, and he's giving me like Uzor vibes here. Maybe his mind is not settled, you know. He's giving me what Uzor's vibes here. So you can see, and we actually we considered from this. That was the goal we considered. So guys, I just want to tell you again on Facebook and Instagram, there's more people. You are leaving Facebook, you are using YouTube, coming to Instagram. Guys, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube because because it's the first day, I don't want to switch off this Instagram for now. Go on YouTube. And I'm going to post the link too very soon, so you can actually come and say what you have to your opinion about it. Thank you, Osiremen, for complimenting. Egwavon isn't the right coach. For me, I agree with you on that. Our set piece wasn't good enough. Yes, I agree. So, and Color Bright said that you are 10 minutes late. We pay fine. Sorry about that, my Oga. It's just that I was trying to put the analysis together, get those things ready and the clips too. But unfortunately, I was late. I finished work around 9 p.m. UK time. So apologies for that. So welcome back on Odunbayo Mobilagi. Guys, it's a new YouTube channel, and I want to appreciate all of you for subscribing directly. John James said that Esposa Guavon is below average good. I think he's a good man, fantastic personality. I don't think he's good tactically. That is my opinion. So our players were too complacent, and actually the knowledge of having qualified before the match made them before maybe I don't think they'll play more than this. Make Pessin call NFF to join. I hope they can. His mind was not settled. Okay, talking about Bobon Wabale. Okay, guys, let's move on. So now another simple ball. This is another simple ball. Now we show you something too. Another simple ball. You know what happened here? Ekong went to challenge Munier for that ball. He went to challenge YouTube link. Let me put it here. Against Football 2. Sorry, Against Football 2 is the YouTube, guys. Go there and go and subscribe directly, because sometimes too we have to cancel this Instagram. I'm really focused on YouTube. So I'm going to post the YouTube very soon when I'm just about to finish my analysis here. So, and that thing here, you can see similar one to the game against Rwanda. Let me just put that one slightly against Rwanda. I'm gonna go to that later. So good talent Friday this thing. So now, after, what even make me more upset is this: after we considered the goal, Benin Republic constantly forced us to a 4-5-1 formation. Our defenders are the red one. What's it called? The blue ones are midfielders and Osimhen up front. We kept on. They forced us to a 4-5-1, not a 4-5-1. Sorry, a 5-4-1. Apologies for that. It's a 5-4-1 formation against Benin Republic. And we go down a 5-4-1 formation. That is so embarrassing, and they kept on pushing us. And what surprised me here is this: you can see when the Republic, this scenario looks like you are playing monkey post. 4-4. 4-4. I can tell you that when the Republic played us with this 4-4, they took the ball away from us, and this was the result of it. Can you see? They took the ball away from us, and this was the result of that action. So we made it so easy for them, and there was lack of intensity, I won't lie to you, in this game. So now, this is why I also criticize Sianajo in this game. They gave him to be like the chief creator. Now that you have 2 big 2, the 2 guys you have up front, they are in top form. Victor Osimhen is scoring goals. Lookman is scoring goals for Atlanta. Victor Osimhen is the best player in Turkey, and Lookman is the best player in Italy as of now. For me, this is where Lookman likes to receive the ball. Iheanacho delayed this ball. He didn't play the ball early. He delayed this ball until this place. It was too late. Lookman was already offside. Then the referee called it to be what? Offside. It was a great opportunity from a counter attack. Delayed it. He passed the ball. It was too late. Ball was offside. Then the Republic recovered. That was the end of it. So this was Victor Osimhen's miss, and I have to talk about this miss. This miss also came from a cross from Bruno Yemichi. That was the tactics from Eguavon. Bruno crossed the ball to Victor. I'm still going to talk about my opinion about that tactics. Victor Osimhen should be scoring this goals. Victor Osimhen should score. We are going to a World Cup qualifier. Chances go to be far between. You have to be getting this ball in the back of the net. Nobody says anything about this miss, maybe because Victor Osimhen. But this should be a goal for Nigeria. This should be a goal for Nigeria, though we equalized. But this should be a goal for Nigeria. I think maybe he wasn't patient enough. And if I'm not mistaken too, he missed similar opportunity like this for Galatasaray. I think Victor needs to look at this type of balls, and Victor should be scoring this goal. It was miles offside here, or onside here. He should be scoring this goal. So it came from our tactics too, that it was Bruno Yemichi that crossed the ball. So crossing to this thing, to Victor Osimhen. So this was actually what in the second half, where we changed our formation to a 4-2-4 formation. 2 midfielders, Onyedika came in, and we had like 4 players up front. So now, this was the second half too. I can see Boniface and Victor Osimhen, in the box, getting the ball to Victor Osimhen, crosses. And I think that was what the guy was saying, just to get the ball to Victor Osimhen, cross the ball to Victor Osimhen, cross the ball to Victor Osimhen. That was it. Cross the ball to Victor Osimhen at every point. So guys, if you want to join, I have the link already on YouTube. So, and on Facebook, go on YouTube and click on it and actually join if you want to join, because I'm about to wrap up my analysis. So just stay in the waiting room and I bring you on. The link is there. Guys, if you if on Instagram you want to join the YouTube link, go on YouTube, go at Ghana Football 2 on YouTube, go and click on the link and actually you can stay in the waiting room. Don't worry, I will bring you on, as soon as I'm done. So this was Simon, trying to cross the ball. You can see Victor Osimhen raising his hand that said, come on, you should get the ball across quickly. So, and also you can see that this is the final one. We scored through the cross, through the under cross again, different from the previous one. We scored, and that was the equalizer, and the game ended in a 1-1 draw for Nigeria. For me, I'm going to say few things before I wrap it up. I think Eguavon tactics, he got it wrong. Currently, the best player in Africa now is Ademola Lookman. It's even not Victor Osimhen, with due respect. I think you cannot play a formation that will not favor your best player. I think, in planning these tactics, I think that Eguavon have considered Lookman is one of the most informed players in Africa now. For me, I think that I would have planned with Lookman, because getting crosses into the box is not Lookman's game. You have to give him a lot of space to run between the balls and to take his marker on one-on-one. So for me, I think that was wrong. And secondly, too, for you to play Alex Iwobi and Iheanacho, that are liability, they are defensive words, they are liability defensively, it's also wrong. You're going to get a lot of pressure in the midfield. And the boys that play against us today, the quality they have is so low compared to Nigeria. But they played better than us, in my opinion, in that midfield. They were on us, they were winning second balls, they were going to tackles. We were just playing. Just, if you look at Victor Osimhen was telling Simon, just be crossing the ball. Imagine. So we cannot play between these guys now and create like a reasonable opportunity. Now it's crosses. The NFF, or I don't know who is in charge of checking analysis, she looked at this game very well. Know that there's nothing in this game. There's nothing in this game to write home about. There's nothing in this game to write home about. If you are going with this mentality to a World Cup qualifier, we will not qualify for the World Cup. I'm saying it here now. Write it down. My name is Mitlayi. I'm saying it. Today is on the 15th of February of November 2024. If Austin Eguavon remains the Super Eagles coach, Nigeria will not qualify for the World Cup. And he will come and tell you that the deed already done before he took the job. But I can tell you here that he's a good man, but he's not good enough to lead Nigeria. That's my take. And finally, when you see the same mistake over and over in a team, that means that the team is not improving. I can tell you that the Super Eagles, they're not improving under this man. Now, the first game he played against Benin Republic was his best game. For Nigeria. The performance was dropping. Now is on the new low. The next one is to beat us. We said that going to Rwanda to get a draw was a good result for Nigeria. But Libya too went to Rwanda to go and win. So in that place, you think a draw is good. A draw will end Nigeria World Cup hopes next year match. A draw in Kigali will end all Nigerian World Cup hopes in Kigali. So, in my own opinion, I think he needs to step down. He needs to